Hi Virgo family. So we're going to do a little visualizing because I want you to believe that what I said in the beginning of July, that happiness is just around the corner. I want you to be able to believe that that's true because I know that you don't. So wherever you are, you don't have to close your eyes, especially if you're driving or you're at work or something like that. But if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, you can do that. And I want you to take a deep breath and then hold it for a second, all the way into your solar plexus, and then breathe it out. And then I want you to go to your very favorite place, wherever that is. It doesn't have to be a real place. It can be an imaginary place in your mind. Usually I go to a really big field full of flowers where I'm just sitting there. And I want you to sit there and I want you to open up your heart chakra by imagining that this glowing light is just pouring out of your chest. And I want you to sit with that feeling for a minute and kind of let it wash over you. And feel the peace of it. Now, open up your eyes or whatever you're doing right now. And think about how quiet, just for this last minute and 40 seconds, how quiet your mind was. And how you were just imagining being in a peaceful place. And you weren't thinking about doing anything else. And you were opening your heart to whatever the universe could bring to you. That is what I want you to do for the second half of July, is to try and quiet your mind. And if you can do a meditation like that, where you're sitting in your favorite place, whether it's on the water, in a field, on a mountaintop, wherever, if it's in your living room, doesn't matter where your favorite place is. If you can clear your mind and open up your heart chakra for 5 minutes to manifest that happiness in your life, that is my greatest wish for you for the second half of July. Because we're coming into a time of acceptance. And I know a lot of Virgos have gone through their spiritual awakening in the last year. Some are still going through it. Some are in the middle of it. Chiron has gone retrograde again in Pisces. And that was a really big shift for Virgos. We talked about that when it went into Aries earlier this year. How the shift of that is going to open up so many possibilities going into Aries. Well, now it's retrograde. And all of those old wounds are coming back to you. And Pisces being our opposite sign, it's very hard sometimes for us to sit with emotions like that. Sit with the Piscean emotions and feel them. And feel those wounds that we carry, but we don't necessarily talk about because we're Virgos. And we have to start talking about it. And we have to start opening up to it. And we have to recognize truly the wounds that we have, that we're holding on to. And in the next 4 months, while we have I want you to think of Chiron being in Pisces retrograde as a blessing for that one last purge, that one last push forward. What are the wounds within me that need to be healed? What are the hurts and the pains that I continue to hold on to? What is that 3 of Swords card where I need to pull all of those swords out and finally let those bleeding wounds heal and give them air? Okay? Yeah, that was really a very deep beginning of this reading, and that's because the second half of July is release time, and this is where the happiness starts to come in, when you start to release all of the pain that you continuously hold on to. And the reason why you hold on to this pain is because Virgos have a very hard time allowing themselves to be the wounded ones. We're the servants. We're the ones that take care of everybody else. It's okay to break down. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to, Six of Cups is the first card out. It's okay to not have a perfect past. And it's okay for the past to come back up. And for you to heal whatever it was. If it's a person, if it's your family, if it's, your environment that you're in. Because you can no longer live your life solely for other people. Page of Pentacles. We talked about humble beginnings. Was it February or March? Going back to a time where you can remember how happy you were and seeing it from a different perspective and knowing that you can start over again with that same humble feeling of being just purely happy, and Queen of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of Virgos in the second half of July will need to go back and almost bring out their inner child. I kind of want you guys to offer your inner child a chance to break free again. Have fun. Remember what it was like to just be innocent and happy and not have to worry about the whole, healing the whole world. Let it be playful. Just think about that for a moment. Just being playful and having a good time. Walking away from uncertainty. The Eight of Cups is a journey of self-discovery. Oftentimes Virgos feel very alone, even when they are loved, even when they have love surrounding them, even when, excuse me, even when they know they're loved, they feel very alone. And that's kind of because Virgos do tend to isolate themselves. We isolate ourselves all the time. But we do that to recalibrate. And a lot of people are kind of under the misconception that it's more like we're ignoring them or something like that. The High Priestess, which is Pisces, interestingly enough. If you feel like your intuition has heightened quite a bit, I do feel like it's because you are allowing space for it. You're opening up more to the possibilities of what your future will look like and possibly looking at it differently than the way you used to look at it. May not be the same. Four of Wands. What is it emotionally that you are holding on to that needs to be let go of? Because as you step out of that extremely tough spot, when you walk away from that pain, people are like, how do you walk away from pain? Well, you accept that it's there. You accept what triggered you to get there. Acknowledge, accept, and release. And know that your life is actually much more stable. There will be a lot of, I feel like there might be some childhood wounds still that Virgos are working on. I'm also kind of feeling that there might be an earth sign from the past that could show up, but I feel like there are some things within Virgo personally. It's so weird. It's like, it's such a month of reflection. It's such a month of reflection. And I know we've been reflecting so much lately. We've been reflecting so much lately. And it's really tough to like be able to watch everybody just kind of live their lives. And we're looking at them like, why are you not reflecting? Why are you not looking deep? Why are you not digging deep? I feel like there are some things that Virgo will be walking away from this month. There are some situations from the past that Virgo will be walking away from. And the reason why is because intuitively you know there's a very bright future coming. You feel it. Even if it's really, really deep inside, you feel it. But something has to end. And I don't feel like it's a relationship. I don't feel like it has anything to do with a person from your past. I feel like the things that Virgo will be walking away from solely have to do with them. And I think that's why we needed to start the reading with a very, very short meditation. That was like just a taste of what I do every morning. But if you can sit with that for 5, even 10 minutes, it's a long time to sit in that, especially as a Virgo when your mind is constantly going. To be able to sit in a place of peace like that for 5, 10 minutes, you'll be like a brand new person when you come out of it. You'll be so filled with love. It's amazing, kind of. It really is. You should, seriously, give it a try. If it doesn't work for you, I get it. Try guided meditations as well. I had to do guided meditations in the very beginning of my meditation journey. It was a journey to get there. We have death. So Scorpio. Jupiter is going direct in Scorpio this month. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. The 6 of Wands. And the 8 of Swords. That damn 8 of Swords showing up for the second half of July. I think the 8 of Swords is you not being honest with yourself. I think the 8 of Swords this time around is you not being totally honest with yourself. And we'll get there and I'll tell you why. So, knowing that whatever dark places you've been working on, that transition is pushing you forward very, very fast. And I feel like this is for the Virgos. Oh, wow, that was the ice maker. I think the ice is overflowing. Maybe that's... The ice maker's broken, so it won't stop going even if the ice is like overflowing. So, wow, and that was like Dr. Seuss. I don't even know if you guys heard that. It was pretty loud. So, whatever transition that's happening is really catapulting you guys forward. And I feel like this is for the Virgos that have really gone through the dark night of the soul lately. It's like this last shove. And funny enough, yes, there could be a fire sign in your life that you're feeling pretty good about. 6 of Wands. Could be a fire sign in your life. You're feeling kind of victorious. Kind of, maybe you got some communication from them. Maybe communication ended with them, and that's why you're kind of rising above. Or this could be you feeling very confident. within yourself. Not only stable and steady as the Queen of Pentacles, but fiery and confident like the Queen of Wands. Or you could have a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your life that is finally recognizing you, or is just making everything better. Whoever that fire sign may be. To me, the Eight of Swords and the Moon, the feeling that I get with these two, and we have the Hanged Man here as well. Let's add that in there. I feel like you're kidding yourself. You feel like you're lacking in some way. And maybe you are. Maybe you don't have as much as you think you need. But when you get into the mindset of looking at this in a different way, I feel like you need to be honest with yourself. Confront yourself. Look in the mirror and find out what it is that is blocking you. And then remove the blockage. Because for far too long, Virgos have been sitting in a place and holding a very heavy load. And it's time to release that. And this could be, it doesn't have to be in a relationship. It can be you holding on to something within you. It could be, like, for some reason I want to say it could be an addiction. And there's all sorts of addictions. Drug addictions. There's, you could work out too much. You could be eating too much. Food addictions. Whatever it is that you are lying to yourself about, that you keep holding in your mind. You're holding space for something. And with the Moon card, it's time to be very honest. And I feel like Chiron and Pisces, because the Hanged Man is also Pisces, is bringing this to the surface. And really, it's to bring you that happiness that we talked about in the beginning of July. But the thing is you don't believe that you either deserve the happiness or that it's ever going to be there. You don't believe you're ever going to be happy again. Virgos are like so hard on themselves. So hard. We are so hard on ourselves. Almost to the point to where it's unfair. So very unfair. I want to clarify a few of these things because the cards that make me feel like Virgo can be happy are almost being hidden within everything else that's going on. Like the Four of Wands. What is the Four of Wands? How can we get that stability, that happy home? Is this just a dream? Is this just something that we're trying to dream up? The Hierophant. So, Taurus, or the institution of marriage. I feel like this is like what Virgo dreams of. I want stability. I want to be happy. I want to have that relationship, the one that makes me feel really, really good. I want to be chosen. So why not choose yourself first? Because you choose everybody else before you choose yourself, and you know that. You know that. Let's be real. Let's be honest. You know that you choose yourself. You choose everybody else over yourself all the time. And I don't want you to do it in an angry way. I don't want you to be like, nope, it's my time. Don't do that. Like, let's not. No. What I want you to do is to consciously, without even having to say a word, choose yourself. Make yourself happy before everybody else. Don't let somebody walk all over you. And again, you don't have to like voice your opinion constantly, because Virgos are known to do that too. I know. I am not throwing shade at the Virgo qualities. I am saying what's real. We have opinions. We like to give advice. It's so true. What is this Eight of Wands? This communication, this fast movement forward. I feel like after a time of endings, either you're going to hear from a Scorpio, or something has to end. Something has to fall by the wayside before you can hold space for anything else. There it is. Queen of Cups. So the Scorpio, or any water sign really. Pisces is here as well. Cancer, oh, well, the moon, Cancer. So we have all three water signs, so it could be anything, really. Either you're moving very quickly towards a water sign, or they're moving very quickly to you. But I think that a lot of this could also be you recognizing the emotions inside of you that you need to walk away from. And maybe possibly rising above anybody that's getting in your way. And the happiness that I'm talking, I feel like Virgo's stability towards the end of July, going into August, feels really, really good. But I need, it's so funny because like I want to urge you guys. I need your help on this. I need all of you to recognize and be honest with yourselves. What's stopping you? What's holding you back? What is it about you? Nobody else. What is it about you that's holding you back? Because I have a feeling I might get comments being like, I'm not seeing any happiness happening in my life. Nothing's going anywhere. I'm so stuck. Well, you more than anything know that if you're holding space for everybody else and you're not holding space for yourself, and you're not giving your time to go to your happy place every day, your happy place that involves no one else but you. You have to be honest with yourself. So let's see what this victory is. Towards the end of July, I'm curious. Six of Wands. Do you finally get recognized by a person? Do you finally get what you want? What is the Six of Wands? So the Knight of Wands could be one of two things. I feel like because it's coming on the Six of Wands, this is probably like a message from somebody, or somebody coming in very, very passionately and very quickly and making you feel really, really good. Again, fire sign. Doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could be anybody. It could be a water sign. It could be another earth sign. More than anything, there's a lot of communication towards the end of July. And I want you to recognize that you're not lacking. Because I feel like within all of the dark places that Virgo has been held in, all they can see is the lack in their life instead of the beautiful stuff that's in their life. Don't worry about what you don't have yet, because it's coming. The universe promises you that. But if you sit in a place of lack, 5 of Pentacles, where you're holding on to everything for dear life. 4 of Pentacles, you begin to lose more. 3 of Pentacles. See how that progressed down? If you believe that you're lacking, you will be lacking. But if you go to your happy place, and you sit in your happy place for a while, every day. It's so funny. I almost have a feeling that some Virgos are like, I don't have time to sit in my happy place for 5 minutes. What are you talking about, lady? Well, you know, it doesn't have to be 5 minutes. Give it a minute and 40. I mean, we did it a minute and 30 seconds, and you probably felt pretty good in just that small amount of time. Don't have a lack mentality. Go back to your childhood and think about that innocence. Find that innocence again. And sit in your happy place and know that the stability is coming. The messages will be coming in. The transition is almost over. But you have to be truly, truly honest with yourself about what it is that you're holding on to still that's keeping you stuck in the 8 of Swords. Yeah? All right, this went longer. I swear, I'm so surprised that the other signs don't like scream and yell at me about being so long in Virgo videos. I can't help it. We got a lot to talk about. We really do. And you know us, we can chatter forever. My best friend, sometimes she'll like talk and I'll like miss something and I'll have to look back at her and be like, can you say that again? She's a Virgo. It's pretty funny. I love, you know, having conversations with her, but sometimes I like get so caught up in my own mind that I miss some things that she's saying. So speaking of releasing fear in your life and moving forward and getting unstuck, the workshops that I'm doing, I will be working with you through meditations and through just like releasing all of the fear-based blockages that you have in your life to move forward. So if you're interested, check out the description box below. New York, July 20th. Boston, July 27th. I'll be in Austin, Texas on August 17th. Atlanta, Georgia on August 24th. And you could also go to my website, fearlessintuition.net. I have in-person readings available right now for New York and Boston. Those are going pretty quick, so make sure you're checking that out. And what else? Yeah, I love you guys so much. And take care of yourself. And I hope to meet like every Virgo that I possibly can meet at these workshops. So I'll see you guys for August. Bye.